The air was thick with dust, and every creak of the floorboards made her heart leap. "Where are we going?" Sophia asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "Out of their reach," the stranger replied. "But we need to stay quiet." Suddenly, footsteps echoed from behind them. Sophia froze, her pulse hammering in her ears. "They're here," the stranger muttered. He pushed open a door, revealing a dark stairwell. "Go down and don't stop until you reach the basement." Sophia nodded and sprinted down the stairs, her feet barely touching the steps. Each level felt darker and colder than the last. Reaching the basement, she paused to catch her breath. It was eerily quiet except for the hum of old machinery. Then she heard it, the unmistakable sound of footsteps descending the stairs. She backed into the shadows, her eyes scanning for an escape. The door creaked open, and a flashlight beam cut through the darkness. "Sophia!" Naomi's voice echoed again. "You can't hide from me forever." Her heart pounded as she pressed herself against the wall. Would this be the end? Sophia's mind raced as Naomi's footsteps drew closer. She had to think fast. The basement was a dead end, and there was no way out except the stairs. Her eyes landed on an old rusted toolbox. She grabbed a heavy wrench, her fingers tightening around the cold metal. "If I have to fight my way out, I will," she thought. The flashlight beam moved closer. Naomi was just a few steps away. "Sophia, don't make this harder than it needs to be," she said, her tone deceptively sweet. Sophia held her breath, her body tense. As the light swept past her hiding spot, she sprang into action. With all her strength, she swung the wrench at the flashlight, sending it crashing to the ground. Naomi cried out in surprise, stumbling backward. Sophia didn't wait to see what would happen next. She darted past Naomi and bolted up the stairs, her adrenaline surging. The stranger was waiting at the top. "Come on!" he shouted, grabbing her hand. They burst out of the building into the night, the cold air hitting Sophia's face like a slap. She didn't look back. Sophia and the stranger raced through the dark streets, their breath visible in the frigid air. She didn't know where they were going, but she trusted him now. She had no choice. "Where are we headed?" Sophia asked between gasps. "Somewhere they won't find us," the stranger said, his eyes scanning the shadows. "Just a little farther." They rounded a corner and entered a secluded alley. The stranger pulled out a phone and typed something quickly. Moments later, a black van pulled up. "Get in," he said, opening the door. Sophia hesitated. "How do I know I can trust you?" The stranger gave her a steady look. "I saved your life back there. If I wanted to hurt you, I wouldn't have brought you this far." She nodded, her instincts screaming for her to leave the nightmare behind. Climbing into the van,